From the writer of Soul Eater, brings us a new manga series called Fire Brigade. This first chapter just recently came out less than a week ago, and I've gotten messaged constantly by you Chibits to give my first impressions of this series just to see what I feel about it. And so, today, because so many of you have recommended this in the past week, I decided to check it out and see what it's about. And since I do like Soul Eater quite a bit, I decided to, just see how the work of this mangaka is for this new series that's coming out. Now, I don't know necessarily what the schedule is for Fire Brigade. I don't know if it's going to be a weekly series. I don't know if it's going to be a monthly series, a bi-monthly. I have no idea. So, if anyone knows about this information, please let me know in the comments below. But this is going to be my first impressions of the series. And I'm going to say this video will contain spoilers. So, if you don't want spoilers, you don't want to be spoiled, I don't recommend you continue on this video, because I will spoil majority of the first chapter. But I will say this, though. If you like the work of the mangaka that did Soul Eater, you will definitely like this series. And if you like Ajin, Ajin, the series, the manga series that's going to be getting a movie and a TV series very soon, if you like Ajin, you might also like Fire Brigade. Yeah, I'm not joking. I will explain that just a moment when I get past into, the spoiler territory. So I'm going to be getting into spoilers in 3, 2, 1, 0... Stato. Okay, so now I'm getting into spoilers, so yeah. First chapter, I got Ajin vibes. Yes, Ajin vibes. Now, I don't know how many of you know what Ajin is. I don't think many probably know what this series is, Ajin is. But I've read it in the past. I own the first volume. And I really love Ajin's theme, its story, and it's a really cool seinen series. And the way the flame people were introduced reminds me a lot of Ajin in a way. Like, the design of the characters. Like, the flame people, when you see that one chapter where you see the dude smiling, like this flame person smiling, and you see the flames behind them, and you see, the rib cage and all that, and it looks like it's just burnt off, it reminds me a lot of Ajin. It does. Like, the design of these, villains or enemies of the series remind me of Ajin. So, if you like the designs of Ajin, I think you might like Flame Brigade. I'm not even going to joke there. But that's not even touching the surface of what I already see in this series, and it has a really good future depending on how Japan accepts the series. Because we have a character that is very different than the normal MC from a shonen. We have a character that smiles when he is in an awkward situation. Now, this doesn't seem like it's much. It doesn't seem like it's something that should really be worthy of mentioning, but it's one of the core themes of this first chapter, and it's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do our first impressions after reading this chapter, because of the way our MC is. And if there's anything that makes me want to continue reading this series, it's the main character. Just seeing how he was introduced and finding out more about his past. Let's say he's at a funeral, and he's at a very important person's death, like they died, he feels awkward and shy, and all of a sudden he starts smiling with a shit-faced grin. People are going to look at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what majority of people will think if they saw someone sitting there smiling at a funeral. And I want to go on, off, review status right now, or first impressions, and just say something that also links with me. I also kind of smile when I'm in awkward situations. I can relate with the main character quite a bit. I can. Because I've been in situations to where I've smiled in situations I should not smile in. Bad things have happened where I smile because that's how I am. When I get into an awkward situation where I'm shy or something, I smile. And that entire character trait, which Shinra, I can relate with. But there's more to it than that. We have something about his past that was revealed. His past has it to where people were calling him a demon. And you see this smile in one of the panels. The artwork looks splendid, by the way. Oh my god, the artwork looks fucking amazing. Not the best I've ever seen, but it looks amazing. Especially that flame person panel. Oh, Ajin, just straight up Ajin. And people call him a demon, and they talk about his past twice in this chapter, first chapter. So I'm assuming that he's gotten into something really bad. And also, it's hinted at that he has some form of different person inside of him, which goes into the shonen traits we have seen in many shonen with, an inner demon or some sort like that. And it seems like our main character Shinra has like some form of flame person or a corrupt part of his soul inside of him, because they mention it multiple times. It's very subtle, but they mention it that when he walks, he has a demon or devil's foot. And you see the way his foot was shaped, it looks like a devil or a demon. It looks really, really weird. And I'm going to assume that the form he looks like is like the flame people. When we saw that panel of the flame people looking really badass looking, they looked like Ajin creatures, that's exactly what I think Shinra's gonna look like when he combusts. Because that's what his feet look like. His feet looks like some form of similar shape or form of what would go along with those flame people. So I could see why they'd probably call him a demon. When he was unlocking his powers and using his powers for the first time, when he was able to control flames, he probably looked like that, and people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? And that's another reason that goes along with his shit-faced smile. Now, other things, let's talk about the plot. Okay, so what is the plot of Fire Brigade about? So, the first generation of people, when this first began where flame people started popping up, it can happen at any time. Anybody in the world, at any moment, can automatically have human combustion. For instance, they can explode into a flame person. And these flame people, they will attack anyone that is around them. They don't care. They will attack anyone around them, and they don't care if it's family, friend, foe, whatever. It just doesn't matter who it is, they will attack you. And this can happen to anyone at any time, and they are normal human beings before this happens. So, it's nothing on the lines of they're an evil person, they turned into something like that. Just, they combust. They just fucking explode, and then they turn into that. And we find out that there's multiple generations since it's been happening, like 3 generations. You have to where the first generation is people to where they explode and turn into these mindless creatures. The second generation is people that are able to control flames. And the third generation is our main character, Shinra, that is able to control flames and combust, like the flame people. And I'm assuming when he combusts, it looks like, the demon type form, probably. And that is the plot. Now, the plot past that has to where the Flame Brigade, or firefighters, the better term to them, they put a stop to this to where they destroy the first generation that, combust into these demons. And when they do that, that is their job. They have to put them down, kill them, and make sure, more people don't die in the process. And that is the plot of the series so far from what we know. So yeah, I mean, for a shonen first chapter, really good setup. I like the setup, I like the main character, I like how he has a shit-faced grin. It's a very different take on a character, and to see how he can smile at any situation, even if someone was to die, that right there is probably going to lead into some very good things in the future of this manga. So yeah, go read the first chapter if you've yet to read it. It might be in your taste if you like it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, and you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.